that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only. You think I'm fucking with you? I am not fucking with you. I'm here from downtown. I'm here from Mitch and Murray. And I'm here on a mission of mercy.
1 for 3 on the way. Oh!
Nebraska at home on a Wednesday night. I mean, it's hard to fathom in your brain that we have no chance to win a game like this. We got completely schooled out there. I mean, we got outsmarted, we got out hustled, we got outplayed, we got outshot, we got out free throwed, we got out rebound. Actually, I think the rebounds were even in this game. We got out everything. Outcoached. There's only one thing that needs to happen, and I think all know what I'm going to say. Mike Woodson needs to be fired. I hope, you know what, that is one of my favorite clips, and I've been in sales for a while. There are tons of excuses in sales, and I wanted to just bring this up. 20% of people in sales make 80% of the money. Why do you think that is? 20% of people take it very seriously. Take it seriously on the level they think about every little thing, how they look, how they present, how they put pressure on people, how they're going to say these things to people, how they're going to do this and that. Those are all the things you need to think about to be a great salesperson. Everybody that is awful at sales has a ton of excuses, a la Mike Woodson. Well, they didn't hit the shots. Well, they didn't hit the free throws either. Well, they didn't rebound. Well, they didn't do this. Well, you're fired. You are fired. This is what it looks like to see an ex-player completely destroy their reputation in the town that they played basketball in. Mike Woodson, if you want to stay here another year and completely ruin who you were at Indiana, be my guest. But do us all a favor. Get out of coaching Indiana basketball right now. You know what? I think Kurt Signetti could coach this Indiana basketball team better the rest of the way. I think they'd play with more confidence. I think they'd know who they are. I think they wouldn't think as much about basketball. I think you could have practices with this team where you don't even bring balls to the practice. That we're going to practice. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to tie your hands behind your back and you're going to play defense. How about we try that for a couple hours? Malik Renew, okay? Can't play defense without fouling. Can't do a lot of things without complaining. You know, something I heard Dan Dockich say on Two Big Brains, and this is so true. When you complain, normally, all complainers complain to somebody. If you're complaining in your own brain, you're keeping it to yourself. Malik Renew is a player that is just almost like a virus to this team because of the amount of complaining. He's always complaining to everybody about everything's everybody else's fault except for his. And that's pretty much the entire team, isn't it? I mean, why is Kobayashi tearing us up? I mean, didn't I say yesterday that everybody that comes into Assembly Hall turns into the reincarnate of 1979 Larry Bird? That is it. I have a big problem with the people on Assembly Call or the people on the radio or people that are like saying that the fans are in the wrong for booing this team. These are professional athletes now. If you're making a boatload of money to be out there to miss free throws, then you know what? It comes with the territory. Also, you know what I think? I think that if you're making money playing at Indiana University and that money all came out of our pockets or from boosters' pockets, you should be able to be fined. You're a professional. It should be known. If you show up 5 minutes late to a practice, you get fined. You do this, you get fined. That's it. I want to share with you just one thing that I heard Michael Pittman Jr. talk about how Shane Steichen changed the culture for the Colts. And so every time these professional athletes, every time they leave the facility, after they work out or whatever, they have to weigh themselves and they have to track that weight. Shane Steichen, Michael Pittman Jr. is, one of the most professional guys you will ever be around. He left the facility a couple times, didn't weigh out. Shane Steichen had repercussions in line for him for that. And that's how you have to do it. You got to think on every single level. There's a reason why John Wooden makes players tie their shoes and he shows them how they're going to tie your shoes. There's a certain level of expertise that a championship caliber person does everything at. Mike Holmgren said that when he took over the Green Bay Packers back in the 90s. The Packers were a complete mess. When they asked him, what do you have to change on this team? He said everything. From the way they hold their fork, to the way they hold their spoon, to the way they wipe their ass. We got to change everything here because this sucks ass. And that's what we got to do at Indiana. I cannot watch one more year of Mike Woodson out there shitting the fucking bed with this Indiana team. It is god awful. Fire Mike Woodson today, tomorrow. It couldn't be soon enough. This is the big problem with this group. It's going to be there as long as Mike Woodson's there. We're going to have these problems. We're nowhere on the level with anything where we want to be with Mike Woodson as the coach. And he doesn't even understand the questions that are posed to him in these press conferences. I can't watch any more of these press conferences he does after the game. He'll say, well, I think this is when we missed a shot there, then we seem to come unraveled a little bit. Well, no fucking shit. I mean, we're all watching that on TV. It's your job. You're being paid all this money to figure out the internal stuff of why this is so bad. And we know why it's so bad. Mike Woodson sucked as a coach for the New York Knicks. He had a similar 3-year stint with the New York Knicks, and I lived there to witness it. This is like deja vu all over again for me because Mike Woodson had 2 years with the Knicks where Jason Kidd and Rasheed Wallace, there were all these veteran players on the team. They got to the playoffs. Not great teams, but they got to the playoffs. And then when those guys left and Mike Woodson was really in charge himself and he didn't have players out there that were really going to coach the team on the floor, it completely fell apart. The exact same thing that happened with Indiana. They had players out there that were like almost veteran players that have been there for a while that were coaching this team last year and the year before. Now that is gone, the training wheels are off. Thad Matta and Dane Fife, he got rid of them. We don't know why. We just know that they were gone. And we know that it was Dane Fife's dream to be here as an Indiana coach. And something else I read today, Dane Fife, his contract, he had the opportunity to write into his contract that he would be the predecessor to Mike Woodson. And he did not want that in the contract because he did not want to be looming over Mike Woodson as like, I'm your replacement. Dane Fife, for structural reasons, and his own personal reasons for Mike Woodson, didn't want that in there. Mike Woodson got rid of him anyway. Should tell you a little bit about Mike Woodson. He's a horse's ass of a fucking coach. That's it. He's a fine human being. He's a nice guy. He is a nice guy. You know what nice guys don't do? They don't get you W's on the scorecard. Just doesn't work that way. Being nice translates when you're a coach into a lot of shit running downhill. And that's what we're seeing right now. All of this is it's just so much out of his control. And it's evident because that's what happens when a coach can't figure out anything or doesn't even want to try to figure it out. Then you suck at free throws. Then you suck at passing. Then you suck at all these things. There are like a lot of talented players on this team. And that's why it's so frustrating to watch Mike Woodson just completely crap all over himself. The women's team plays tonight against Iowa. We'll be looking forward to that. I have a few days here, so I'm going to make a video more in depth about breaking down, I guess, exactly why we suck so bad. I do want to point out one play in this game that I thought was really telling. We made that comeback, and we made a fine comeback. We came roaring back, and when Nebraska called a timeout, they come down the court, Mbako's guarding this guy. He gets picked by him. And it's like Mbako's just practically like, well, there's nothing I can do here. I got picked on this play. Whoop, he's over there. He made the shot. Whoop, time for me to jog back, you know? Oh, I couldn't do anything. They set a pick, you know? That's just the mentality of this team. It's just this like lackluster, lazy, you know, whoop, you switch. He got away. He shoot. Oh, he made it. Oh, we can jog to the other end. That's just what you see out there. Just a lackluster effort from all the players and the coaching staff. And you know what? People have the right to boo this team all they want because it sucks to watch them. And this is not getting any better. It's just awful right now. Until next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier fans.